What up guys, Victor here, and in my hands I have two blue runners. Now these fish are fish that people are absolutely terrified to eat, but we're not terrified to eat them. We're going to try to catch and cook them. You guys are going to see how I catch them now, so I'll see you in the water.
50,000 views in 2 weeks.
There we go.
That's good. That means you have a social media, man, of your own. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we got...
Dude,
Oh, we just marked some fish too. That's probably bonita right there.
Was basically on bottom.
Nice school fish we marked.
I love how you can just come out here, no bait. Oh, freaking giant runner. What, runner?
It'll blue if you didn't see.
I just got cut.
You just got cut.
Yep. Let me show you guys what I just got cut on. It was one of these guys right here. This is more of a flutter jig. Instead of jigging it really fast, you kind of just let it like wobble on the way down because it's not as vertically shaped. Let me show you guys what we're using for bait. So these are Ballyhoo from Brick and Ice. We went offshore Monday, I believe, of this week, and had these sitting in a cooler on ice. All I'm doing is I'm making plugs. So I'm cutting off the tail and the head, and that's how we're dropping them down. And if you guys want to learn how to catch a ballyhoo, luckily I just posted a video on it, which will be in the description box below, for those of you who do not know how to catch them, instead of having to go and buy them at the store.
Yep.
Oh look, I'm getting hit. I'm on. Come on. Yeah, I'm on. See? There's a mutton.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me it's a runner. I see pink, right?
It's mutton, yeah.
Mutton!
Might not be keeper. You gotta measure.
We gotta measure them. You don't have a measuring? No. This is a 16-inch mutton, yeah. But they gotta be 18 inches now. So, yeah. But that's the targeted species. Right here. 5 OVMC in the corner of the mouth. I feel like I'm rubbing on stuff. Either I have a fish or bottom. I got something, dude. What is that? A porgy?
Yeah, it is.
Is it a porgy?
Yes, it is.
These are actually really good to eat.
They are. Yeah, I have eaten.
Damn. See, you never know what you're gonna get just drifting out here. This is a porgy, and this guy is very good to eat. So we're gonna keep him for sure. Look at how he was hooked.
I've never seen one.
In the lip.
I've never seen one. Oh, that's a bite. I've never seen one that tan before.
He is very dark. Usually they're very white. Didn't fight at all, but got some meat in the boat. As you guys can see, it was a very slow day out there. Not much current, not a lot going on. And the only thing we brought home to eat was that one porgy and 4 blue runners, which I'm going to fillet up. I'm going to catch them. Well, we already caught them. We're going to clean them, and we're going to cook them. And you guys are going to come along for the ride. These fish, like I said, for some reason, they gross people out. I don't know if they're fishy. I've never tried them before. We're going to cook them. I'm going to try to gourmet these guys up, and I guarantee you, just like a lot of other fish that people turn their nose away to, these guys are not going to be half bad at all. It's all about how you cook it. They're fresh, they've been on ice, so there's no reason that these guys should be fishy or taste bad in any way, shape, or form. So let's get to cutting them up. So these blue runners right here are actually very big. The average size you guys will catch and see on the piers, on the beach, or even offshore are a lot smaller than this. These are just big oceanic runners. And normally they're not this dark. They get this dark when they live offshore, and when you bring them in from deep water, usually they got a very pale blue tint to them and a green tint to them, but these guys are just dark. So I'm cutting along. Put that right there, cut through all those bones. And actually, for how big they are, they don't seem to look like they have a lot of meat on them because a lot of it is bone. Let's see what's in his stomach. See what these guys have been up to offshore. And I appreciate all you guys who comment and say you like the filleting part, because this is actually one of the best parts about being a fisherman, is being able to fillet your fish, go inside the stomach, and it looks like this guy is empty, but I absolutely love getting my hands dirty and getting in there, filleting fish, gutting them, see what they really look like inside and out. It's a lot of fun. These guys right here, all along its tail, it is just really, really bony. Really, hard to cut through. Time to get rid of some of this meat right here, along the belly where all the bones are. And I always get rid of the bones right here along the belly before I go to skin it. That way it makes skinning a lot easier. This is probably why a lot of people don't like them. That is a gnarly bloodline right there. This stuff right here, the bloodline is, the meat around a bloodline is usually very, very fishy. And if you were to eat this right here, it would be very fishy. So we're gonna have to cut all that out. And I think it's funny when people say that this fish is edible, that fish is edible. All fish are edible. It depends on where you're coming from, what part of the world. You know, what might be appetizing to you or edible to you might not be to someone else, and vice versa. You know, just because you don't like it, don't know how to cook it, or it's not part of your culture doesn't mean you should knock someone else for it. You know, people find ways to eat all sorts of fish all over the world. Every single fish is edible, unless it's poisonous, of course. So enough of this whole edible talk. All fish are edible. It's all about how you prepare them. And as I'm filleting these guys, it brings back a lot of memories when I used to fish Deerfield Pier. It's one of the piers we have down here in Deerfield Beach in Florida. And you know, people of all walks of life, didn't matter whether they were, you know, from the east, from the west, Florida, up north, from Guam, from Vietnam, wherever, from Sweden. I've seen all sorts of people keep blue runner, eat blue runner, and they say it's good. You know, you just have to find a way to cook things. Some fish are not going to be good for ceviche. Some fish are not going to be good fried, and you gotta make do with what that fish is good for, because every fish has a different texture, different taste. So this right here is the porgy that I caught on Jason's boat. And I'm going to fillet this for you guys and show you the difference in the color of the meat between this guy and the blue runner. Now, the color meat of a fish, aside from tuna, I'm talking about snapper species, grouper, dolphin, mackerel, all of that. Not anything besides a tuna. Usually, the color is indicative of how fishy it's going to be. So, take for example, kingfish, blue runner. All of these things are darker meat fish. Usually the whiter the meat, the flesh of the fish, the less fishy it's gonna be. And you guys are gonna see that a porgy is about as white as it gets. See how white that flesh is?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a very non-fishy fish. It's gonna be a bland tasting fish.
This is a grandma fish.
Yeah, this is my grandma's type of fish right here. This is the type of fish you give to people who don't like fishy taste at all whatsoever. It's gonna taste exactly what you season it to be. And see the difference in the bloodline between a fish like this and the blue runner? It's a quarter of the size as the blue runner was. This guy, this porgy, you see his little chompers right here. Those aren't really teeth for grabbing fish. What he has here is this is a bunch of little crushers, and they actually go onto the reef, like the coral reef, and they pick little crabs and shrimp off, and they eat certain parts of the reef. That's why they do have these little crushers. And you guys will see these when you're diving. They go around, pick up sand, and their stomachs are usually full of sand and crabs and other little critters like that. Like I said, if you open it up, let's see. You open it up, and all this, that right there was a little crab. You can actually see his pinchers. That was one pincher right there. Here's the other pincher right there, and here's the body. That's what they do. There's little tiny crabs that live on the rock. All sorts of crabs that you'd never see diving unless you're really looking, and this is what these guys eat. What up guys, Chef Vic coming at you with another Catch and Cook. Now the first thing we got going on is my blue runner and my porgy has been soaking in milk. Now if you guys are new to the channel, this is something that my grandma does and has taught me, is to soak your fish in milk, especially when you're gonna fry them. It's just enough milk to cover the fillets and a little bit of a salt too. The fish just gets this very juicy texture the milk kind of absorbs into the flesh, and additionally, if there is any fishy taste, it does kind of seem to remove that taste. First thing I'm gonna be doing, I am actually going to make panko crusted blue runner and the porgy into tacos. So we're gonna put in vegetable oil into our pan. We're gonna put this on medium-high heat, let that guy go. What I'm gonna do now is take the fish directly from the milk mixture into my egg wash. Just let the milk drip off. Do not wipe off that milk. You want a little bit of milk on there. From the egg mixture into panko breadcrumbs. These guys get very, very crispy, good to fry with. I'm gonna season the panko with some garlic powder. Just sprinkle it onto the crumbs itself. Some salt. Can't have fish that's not salty, and some black pepper. There we go. Now let's get this guy going. And when I coat my fish in breadcrumbs, I always make sure to completely cover that fish. I can't stand it when you're eating fried fish and you get a little bit of section where there's no no bread part. So I always make sure I go back and forth, and I'll even take my fork and put some on there, like so. The oil is hot enough, the fish is ready to go in. Starting to get that golden brown color that we all like. So let's do a little flip test. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit longer. Now to go along with my fish tacos, I'm gonna be making a tartar sauce and also just some chopped up tomato and shredded iceberg as well. I'm gonna use about this much onion, 3 little pickles to make about a cup of tartar sauce. Very finely minced for the pickle and onion. Our tartar sauce is going to be half sour cream, half mayonnaise. So about half a cup of each. Pickle and onion goes in. Along with black pepper. So this might be a little bit of a different style tartar sauce than you're used to. My family goes heavy on the onions and pickle. We like it kind of thick. Get a lot of flavor from the onion and pickle, but this is the way we eat it and it's good. You guys gotta try it. Time to flip these guys over. That's the color you want right there. I had a few of these guys get a little bit too brown on me. I didn't pay attention to the ones in the middle, but those, like that one, this one right here, looks perfect. This guy's a little bit too dark, but it's only on one side. I didn't see the other side, but they look pretty good. Okay guys, we're gonna do a little taste test real quick. I have porgy here and I also have the blue runner. I'm gonna have my grandma try both and I wanna see if she can taste the difference. So right here, this is a small piece of porgy. I want you to try and tell me what you think. Good or no?
Good.
Good, not fishy.
No.
Not fishy. Here, try.
Okay.
Now she's gonna try the blue runner.
It's good.
It's good. We got an approval.
Yeah.
It's good?
Yeah,
Can you
it's
taste
not fishy.
Not fishy. Can you taste the difference between this one and this one?
Not really.
No. So that's it, guys. That's the proof in the pudding. It all depends on how you cook your fish. You know, blue runner, like I said, it's not sushi grade fish. It's not something you would make for sashimi, but if you fry it, blacken it, you know, season it in a way where you're kind of masking.
This fish is more dry.
The porgy.
Is more dry.
Yeah.
This is more juicy.
Yeah. The blue runner, because it's an oilier fish, it's juicier, and like a lot of fish will dry up when you fry it, especially when you get it this crispy. The porgy, that's that really white meat. You see how white it is?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really white, but she couldn't tell the difference. So it goes to show you, blue runner, you guys have, I've been throwing them back for years. People have been throwing them back for years. Maybe it's time to make these fish a dinner fish. If you guys have a slow day out there, offshore, inshore, off the pier, whatever, and you guys want some dinner for your family, don't be afraid to eat blue runner. And these weren't small blue runners either. These were full-grown oceanic runners that a lot of people would throw back.
Why?
Because a lot of people think they're fishy.
No.
No, not fishy. So we're gonna go ahead and make some tacos. You guys enjoy. We got some shredded iceberg right here. First things first, put in your tartar sauce on your taco so everything holds together. Got a tablespoon of my tartar sauce. There's some for my grandma. And I'm doing this big piece of blue runner in my taco. Some shredded lettuce. And some tomato. Here's some for you. And here is some.
Thank you.
Bon appetit, guys. Honestly, some of the best fish tacos I ever had. Not fishy whatsoever. Texture's on point. Can't say anything bad, it's really good. I made the lunch, my grandma made the dessert. She made, in Slovakian they're called buchty. It would translate to dumpling, right?
Yeah.
And they're very good. So what she did is she filled it with farmer's cheese.
Yeah.
Farmer's cheese.
And raisin.
Powdered sugar on top. It's like this, it's almost like a dessert bread. It is fuego. It is really, really good. So check that out. Maybe she'll make a recipe for you guys one day. Thank you guys for watching. And it goes to show you that blue runner, and unlike a bunch of other fish, you guys, there's no such thing as a bad tasting fish. Unless a fish is poisonous, there's a way to make it, there's a way to present it. It's all about how you cook something. Every fish has a purpose. Some fish are not meant for sushi, some fish are not meant for that. But blue runner was perfectly fine fried. It was good, I recommend it. I would definitely keep it in the future. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys made it this far, you should probably subscribe because there's gonna be more badass catch and cooks like this one. So hit that subscribe button somewhere on the screen. And if you guys wanna see another catch and cook, it'll be playing on the screen as well. Thank you, stay salty, and I'll see you in the next one.